some San Jose Sharks.
Yeah.
It's preseason, but the team is exciting.
Yeah. So they played 2 preseason games this past week. They lose 4-3 on Tuesday, but then they bounce back on Thursday, get the 3-2 win in overtime. And both of those games were a home and home against the Anaheim Ducks. Excuse me. Upcoming games this week. You got 10-1 tomorrow, against Utah. Friday against Anaheim. Both of those games are up here in San Jose. And then they're going to Vegas on Saturday. So, and then after that, those are your last 3 preseason games. After that, it's a regular season time on the 10th. So that's coming up. We're 10 days away. I'm excited for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I've already got tickets to Joe Thornton's retirement game on the 23rd. And I'm going to be getting tickets for another couple of games here and there. And I'm just really excited to focus I already focused a pretty good amount of time on hockey. I'm excited to dedicate even more time to it now, because now that I have the money that I'm not spending on A's,
Absolutely.
So
I see here Quentin Musty got reassigned and Sam Dickinson got reassigned.
That's right. Both of those players, they're reassigned to the Ontario Hockey League. Quentin Musty's going to Sudbury. Sam Dickinson's going to London, Ontario. So they're gonna they just need more season, and they weren't ready to make the big league roster, so to speak. They're just not quite ready for the NHL. They'll probably get promoted up to the Barracuda by the end of this year, I would expect.
And Sam Dickinson's a rookie, and
he just got drafted
second year.
Yeah, so they're still on a great track, and the Sharks' depth in the minor league system looks really good. And part of it being so good is you're going to have really good guys playing in the Ontario Hockey League, and you're going to have good guys playing at the AHL level too. So not all these guys are going to be with the big team to start. And as exciting as these young players are, I think it's really important to remember this team was dog shit last year. They were dead last. So even if everybody shows up and everybody plays really well, which is like for any rookie, they're going to have ups and downs. So to expect everybody to come out guns a-blazing, ready to roll and like taking the league by storm, I don't think that's quite going to happen.
Not the first year.
No, not the first year. I think the Sharks are probably going to be looking at like the 4th or the 5th pick in the draft next year, something like that. But then after that, once these guys start developing, and then you have like a full-on parade of young talented players coming up that in a couple of years, that's when it's really going to pop off. And I know I've said all this before, but I think it's just an important reminder now that the season is within reach. It's within sight. I can see, the schedule. Like I have October calendar like open basically. So it's right there. It's right there. It's important to just calm down a little bit. Let's get excited. Let's have some fun. But also, if things go wrong a little bit, let's not be too harsh on them. Like
sure.
They're growing.
It's a young team.
Yeah.
Daniel, what's going on? You're a Kings fan, right?
Yeah. They're interesting. They're looking. People are, dark horse type stuff.
No,
are they out of their mind, man? No.
This is one of the things that I hate about preseason, because then you leave yourself susceptible to things that happen, like what happened in I think it was the first game or the second game. We just lost Dewey to a broken ankle, and now he's like out for a couple months.
Oh man!
And then the hockey gods decided to give us a nice punch in the throat by making 8 out of our first 10 games on the road.
Damn.
Oh yeah, that's a rough start.
I'm like, dude, who did we piss off?
They didn't like your logo.
Apparently not.
They don't like the new logo,
the old Kings logo or something.
Yeah,
actually, I don't like it either. I like the new logo better, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's needless to say. I am optimistic though. I did like, some of the things that I saw last year, but I just really wished that there was more consistency on the scoring end. Our coach, I think his name is Jim Hiller. I don't even remember our coach anymore, dude. They've been bouncing around every freaking week at this point. Announced that he's getting rid of our 1-3-1 system, which I thought was stupid to begin with. So for those of you who are uninitiated, a 1-3-1 is essentially you have a centerman, 3 wing, and then you have your 3, and then 1 defenseman in front of the goalie. That is the stupidest formation you could have because you just have that one lone defender in no man's land.
Right.
So thankfully he's doing away with it. He's going back to something more traditional. So I am optimistic that this team kind of turns it around this year. But again, I gotta see more. I gotta see tape. I gotta see tape before I form a solid opinion, because our number one kryptonite was definitely our goalie, and our number one kryptonite was definitely our scoring. So
yeah. And I mean, a little bit of addition by subtraction too. You were able to move that one contract. I'm blanking on the name.
Was it Dubois?
Dubois, yeah. That guy was a bit of a cancer on the team, I think.
I mean, we spent all this money to freaking bring him over to score, and doesn't score a single point in the playoffs. Like,
yeah, I don't know what the hell happened there, man. Like that was, and being able to move on off of him, getting somebody else to buy the contract. I'm shocked you guys were able to do that. I thought you were just gonna have to wear that contract like the Sharks are wearing the Marc-Edouard Vlasic one, man.
I mean, the thing that frustrates me is definitely the front office on this team. Like, Arthur Keliev all offseason has been asking for a trade. And what does Rob Blake do? He signs onto a 1-year deal. And then what does Keliev do? He breaks his collarbone the first practice of the year. I'm like, dude, like, if this isn't evidence, if this isn't evidence that we need a change of the guard in the front office, I don't know what the hell is. Like, Luke, I love you to death. Rob, I love you guys to death. You guys are King's royalty, but get the fuck out of the front office, please.
Yeah, there's got to be a special advisor role to the owner or something, like some promotion they can do to get them out of the office, the front office, you know.
Seriously,
out of the day-to-day ops, I guess is what I'm looking for.
Farhan Zaidi's looking for a job. You
God no.
Really crunch the numbers and analytics of hockey.
Yeah, because analytics is such a great tool. I mean, didn't the Rangers win the World Series on guts alone? Just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, just giant fucking ball sacks, man.